So here we are returning to the Xbox 360. My Xbox 360 right now sounds like a lawnmower. Aw, are you kidding me? They still update this thing? And we have returned. But anyway, today I thought I'd play a personal favourite of mine, which doesn't seem to work for some strange reason. You know what? We'll just have to, reset the console. So after a lot of praying and hard work, I am finally able to play. This is a RPG game that I played for many years. Unfortunately, the server shut down, so I was unable to play with anybody online. Story mode, extra mode, and Xbox Live mode. For now, I'm going to play on extra mode and basically play the game just for a bit of nostalgia. So upon starting the game, you'll start off in your own bedroom, where you can go into the dressing room and change your appearance. You can even speak to your partner machine prototype, which you can use to synthesize items or even store items. Over here is where you are able to access the save station. And over here, for some reason, this is where you can add room decorations, which are pretty pointless. There's only 3 you can place down. But leading out to the central table is where the majority of the sociable players would actually play. Now this entire area would be filled with people playing as many different classes and playing as many different races. I don't specifically remember every single species on this game, but I know that there is Newman Human, Caste and Beast, and I'm not too sure if there's any others. But I remember from playing this game many years ago, just coming to this game with my friends after school, and we spend many hours leveling up our characters and gaining the most money. And trust me, it does not take a little amount of time to get money. The money cap is massive. Being in the shop means you're able to synthesize your weapons, buying materials.
Thank you very much.
Which all can be used to modify weapons. You look at all these people here and they look like NPCs, but when you actually move close enough to them, they just completely disappear. Like, they're not actual physical characters within the game. Just by walking up to them, they just seem to disappear. What I miss about this game is a large variation of weapons. Like a large majority of them did look very similar to each other, but depending on which type you bought, it would be a different colour or a different style or shape or anything like that. A lot of them did look very similar, but they are specialised for certain classes. If it's got a red X next to it like that, then I couldn't use it for some strange reason. I believe that's like a scythe of some sort. I'm not entirely sure what it's made for. I think it's used for healing. But I feel like the RPG element for this game was pretty special, to be honest. In here you can upgrade your weapons to upgrade their power or any of the defense, which would be really good for any of the bosses that you come across. The mission areas were really difficult at times if you didn't put together a good party of people who were capable enough of actually finishing out an area. So moving up to the next floor, there is actually some more shops you could actually enter. This one just allows you to change your clothing, makeovers. I think I'm not entirely sure what that's for. Actually, I know if that's for the female characters. I'm not entirely certain. No reason to go up this ramp because this takes you to the Guardian's headquarters, which is completely pointless. But around these areas is where people would be most socialable. Many people would be wanting to sell items. The one issue about the chat feed is that it would never show up in the text box near the bottom left or the bottom right of the screen. I mean, look how much space there is on the screen. You could fit a chat box on there or something. But no, the messages would just pop right up above somebody's head, which was ridiculous to me because no one could ever really get a word in. And then upon travelling to a new location, this would be the cutscene, like every single time. I personally think they should bring back this game. This game was a favourite of mine. And it would be really cool if they were to just like remaster it or something, like make it backwards compatible even, because I really enjoyed the story mode for it. Amongst each planet there are different types of shops and different types of mission counters you can go to. But this is how you start a mission. You basically enter through those doors with, I think 4 players you could have. The buttons are very, very simple. Only button you need to press is X and Y. I mean, first off you start by pressing X, and it does like 3 different moves, and then by pressing Y you will do several moves rather than just 3. And you can only use the Y ability once you actually upgrade your weapon. Otherwise it's just pretty much useless. And you have many different variation of weapons. I'm dual wielding these weapons right now, which I don't think are as strong as the spear, but the spear also has a lot more range on it, to be fair. These are the daggers, although they're supposed to be daggers, but they seem to be a lot more larger than daggers. They're just backwards swords. That's what they are. That's the Y ability. The Y ability looks pretty cool. You can also dual wield a pistol alongside of a dagger or a sword, or even whatever the hell this is. I forget every time what it is. By pressing RB you can, and holding X, you can fire like a machine gun or a pistol, and then that's the Y ability for this weapon as well. How do I open this? Oh yeah, completely forget sometimes. It's my favourite weapon now. Let's look at the sparkles on that thing. Wonderful. This weapon looks like it's got a silencer on it. I'm gonna have to get those wings off my back or something because it's really distracting. That's what the other ones do. Oh, pink hearts. This sword is pretty awesome as well. Does a large amount of damage against enemies. If you ever wonder at some point why my character is called Idle Hands 88, it's because this count is actually a modded that I was able to get a hold of. I have in the past made several accounts for this game. Got them all to level 100. But this one I just thought I'd just throw a mod on, to be honest. See the giant footprints in the ground? This is where we fight the dragon, D-Regan I think he's called. And he is one tough boss, I swear. With this modded account though, it won't even take 2 hits. It should only just take 1. But it jumps into a cutscene like this, and then you have different areas to be able to attack the guy. You're able to attack his head, his feet, his tail. In 1 hit though, I'll be able to kill him. Oh no. Oh no, never mind. Okay then, that happened. I guess I'd choose my special ability to actually take him out in just 1 hit. But it would take a lot longer than that, and how much set I'm gonna get?
I'm impressed.
I wonder. D-Regan received 1,500 Meseta, 60 mission points received. Which is all pointless because this account is modded, so. There are only 3 planets, but there is so much you can do on those 3 different areas that you can travel to. Guardians has its own place to level up on. I think Motube is the one that offers the most combat because it requires you to be more of a higher level. I really think Sega should come back with making this game, or even make a sequel to it. Because this game for the Xbox 360 was incredibly popular. These are all the different techniques you can use to place on your weapons that allow them to have more damage, allow them to heal a lot better. You can place different elements on your weapons too. And on the bottom there you're able to see which type of rating you've got, and of course you're going to go for something that's a lot more higher than 4 stars. But an incredibly rare item is a scape doll, which can occasionally be found in like different containers, or sometimes it will be dropped from different bosses. The way the scape doll works is if a certain player who's carrying it happens to die, then it will revive them and give them all their magic back. But yeah, this is Phantasy Star Universe, a game that I played many years back, and I'm really hoping it makes a return because I really want to be able to spend more hours playing this. And this game is no fun when you're playing by yourself. I did really enjoy playing the campaign, so I'm beginning to think that I may or may not actually do a campaign playthrough of the entire story. I think this is going to become a series where I just play a bunch of old games for nostalgic reasons. Many old 360 games will be played, maybe some Xbox originals perhaps. Also, I've recently been playing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords. The first one is a little bit better, but I like the second one so much. There's just so much to it that I've really enjoyed playing. I've played it I've been able to complete it several times, that's why I enjoy it the most. So I may do a playthrough of that, but playing as the Sith.
Onward.
Do not scream.